Today I'll be explaining your chapter 7th, that is directing. So after preparing the plans, designing the organization structure and arranging the necessary personnel, the next very important managerial function is to direct the activities of the employees. So why there is a need of directing the activities of employees? So that they can be able to achieve the goal of the organization. They should be initiated to take actions at every level of the management. It is a continuous process of aiming to ensure that the activities of all the employees are mobilized towards the achievement of the goal. So direction. The word direction speaks about even in film industries. So we say director. So who is the director? He initiates and directs, instructs the artist about how to act or what is the need of acting and what is the need of that film, what is the concept of film, how they should act in that film. The same thing is even the teacher plays a role in the schools or colleges. They direct the students to complete the assignment, how to complete their assignment which is assigned to them. That is the functioning of the teacher. In the same way, here a director or the owner is going to direct the employees, motivate the employees, instruct the employees, guide the employees so that their objective is achieved. The objective of the organization has to be achieved. So that is the main aim of this directing. Let us see this directing function as a managerial function in the business activity, which act as a connecting link between the preparatory functions of management and the function of controlling, which is your next managerial function. So we have studied planning chapter, organizing, staffing, then comes is directing. Why after that? Once the plan is set, once the resources are assembled, once the staff is appointed, the staff has to be instructed now. So the meaning of directing is, it goes like this. Directing refers to the process of instructing, guiding, counseling, motivating and leading people in the organization to achieve its objectives. Directing, in the words of Kuntz O'Donnell, directing is the executive function of guiding and observing subordinates. Subordinates has to be observed. So this is the function of direction. You can see the picture. There is a group. The team is directed by a leader. Leader will motivate people in their team. He instructs. So that means superior instructs the subordinates, guides, counsels, act as a counselor, motivates the subordinates to initiate the actions. He initiates the action. The others will discharge their duties. Let us understand directing by studying its features. So directing initiates action. As I have told, directing is a key managerial function. How it acts as a key managerial function? A manager has to perform this function along with the planning, organizing, staffing and controlling while discharging his duties in the organization. So while he is performing his function, what function he performs? He has to see that the plan which is set, the objectives which are made for the organization, that has to be achieved. To achieve that, in order to achieve that, he has to arrange the resources that are required. That is your organizing function. Along with that, he also has to necessitate or necessary personnel has to be appointed, that is staffing, and he has to compare the standard performance with that of the existing performance, the actual performance. He needs to do all these things simultaneously by discharging his duties. So he is acting as a leader, he is taking that initiative, he is acting, he is performing. So he is taking that initiative. While other functions prepare a setting for action, directing initiates action in the organization. So this is a function which initiates action, while others are nothing but what planning, organizing, staffing, what all the things are there: planning, organizing, staffing, direct and controlling. Except directing, the other functions are setting for the action. Setting for the action means it's just a preparation. The actual work that is being initiated is by this function, this managerial function, that is directing. Once the set is ready, once the necessary things are kept at the place, how the director tells action, camera, play. So in the same way means the actor starts performing. So director is taking that initiative to start that action. So directing is a function which initiates actually the action in the organization. Rest all functions are setting. They are preparing a set for the function to start or to take an initiative in the action. Actual initiation is done by this director, that is manager. Manager at every level, he takes that initiative. Next is directing takes place at every level of management. Directing takes place at every level of management. It means that every manager from top executive to supervisory level, that is from top level, middle level and lower level management, they perform the function of directing. So directing is said to be taken place at every level of the management. The directing takes place wherever there is superior subordinate relationship exists. Now the superior subordinate relationship exists between the executive and the departmental manager. So departmental managers come under the middle level management. All the executives come under the top level management. So that is the level of management. Here a person, CEO, is instructing, guiding and supervising the departmental heads. So that is nothing but direction, showing the direction. It is taking place at every level of the management. Next is directing is a continuous process. Why it is said to be a continuous process? Because here it takes place throughout the life of the organization. Irrespective of the people occupying managerial position, we can observe that thing in the organizations like Infosys, Tata, BHEL, all such companies where managers might have changed, but the directing process continues. Okay, it continues because without that direction, the organizational activities cannot continue further. Whoever might be, the managers may change, but the continuation of that directing, that is supervising, instructing, guiding and informing the subordinates will continue. That is direction. He will motivate as a leader. He tries to, why he is doing that because to achieve the objective of the organization. So that is a continuous process. It is said to be a continuous process. Next is directing flows from top to bottom. It is nothing but top to bottom approach. Here it is first initiated at the top level, the one who forms. It is initiated at the top level and it continues to be to the bottom level through this organization hierarchy. In that management hierarchy, it flows. First it is initiated at the top level, that these are the plans that has to be done in this manner. Then it will be continued. The same thing will be informed to the next level, that the work has to be done like that. It will be distributed. It will be allocated. In the same way it continues to the supervisory level. The supervisories will instruct the workers. So every manager can direct his immediate subordinate and takes instructions from his immediate boss. Okay, that is what I have explained in your scalar chain. A superior, that is unity of command. Subordinate will have one superior. That should be the unity of command. Where there is unity of command, everything goes smoothly. That is directing features. So that was the features and meaning of the directing. Thank you one and all.